Pump it up, pump it up.
Trae.
Oh, come on, come on.
With Trae.
Pump it up, pump it up.
It's the day with Trae.
This is the day to gain inspiration, to make a positive change in the nation. We're inviting you to partake in conversation, to raise your vibration. It's the day that we will all celebrate all of our peeps that make this thing elevate. Watch the negative fade away, cause it's the day with Trae.
Grand Rising, everyone. Welcome to the Day with Trae. I'm your host, Trae Holiday, and I get to welcome you to a magnificent Monday. Really excited for my guest who's in the building today, y'all. I got Dr. Jacqualine Boles, founder of Redeemed Wellness Center, here to tell us all about what the center does and their soft grand opening and ribbon cutting that just happened this past weekend. So I'm really excited that she's here and joining me to tell us more. But y'all know it's the top of the show. So this is where I tell you how excited I am that you're joining us, because this is the perfect time for you to go ahead and share this show, however you're consuming this, with other people who you feel could benefit from our daily dose of dopeness we give you on the Day with Trae. And of course, if you can't watch us, you can always listen to us as well. We are available anywhere you find your favorite podcast. Just search Converge Media Network and the Day with Trae, and you'll find us there. Now, before I get into it with Dr. Jacqualine Boles here, I get to share with y'all that I talk a lot about what it means to be in community, but the experience of it is always better than the discussion of it. And because of that, I want to share an experience I got to have while I was out. I got to participate in a phenomenal event called Kemet Fest 2025. They've been doing this event for years in Philadelphia area, but it is a hybrid event, so people from all over the globe also were tuning in over Zoom. And it was special because they really celebrate the culture of Kemet, right, which we know of as ancient Egypt. But Kemet had so much wealth of knowledge, and we have scholars today that have dedicated their lives to bringing that knowledge out for other people. And it's a beautiful thing, because when you realize this brilliance that you come from, no matter who you are, when you go back and you recognize that, you see that there's a way that you get to contribute to continue that legacy today. And I'm so grateful that I got to interview Ashra Kwesi, also Anthony Browder. Both of these folks are huge scholars in Kemet. And Anthony Browder's gone there and done archaeological digs to showcase some of the ways that people were put away as, you know, they passed away, but how they were preserved. And of course, Ashra Kwesi has been conducting tours in Kemet for decades now, like 40 years, y'all. And he has dedicated his entire life, and he and his wife take people all the way back to Kemet and go through all of the amazing knowledge and history that is within what he calls the books in stone. So I'm so grateful that I got to participate in this phenomenal international event. And shout out to all of the folks in Philly who provided the amazing hospitality for all of us to come, learn, and be rejuvenated by the understanding that we are all one. We are all connected, and how we contribute to that connection is important for us to understand as individuals, but for us to also dive into as a collective. So I wanted to share that experience with y'all, because I'm always talking about the importance of being in community, and there is something really special that we get to curate in our close-knit communities and bring those characteristics out for others to not only be inspired by, but to also say, wait a minute, I have something I can do too. There's a part that I can play here. And that's what's beautiful about community. So I wanted to share that with y'all. Well, up next, we got Dr. Jacqualine Boles in the building. We're going to be talking all things Redeemed Wellness Center. You definitely don't want to miss this, y'all. She came through suited and booted for y'all. So stay tuned. You're going to enjoy this upcoming interview. You're watching The Day with Trae.
Here on Back to Basa, it's always been important to me that we uplift stories from across the region, and that no matter where you live in the nation, you never have to miss a moment of the show as we continue to highlight the beauty, excellence, and resilience of our communities across the Pacific Northwest. Why? Because representation matters. So no matter where you live, be it the Central District or Centralia, Portland or Pullman, or anywhere across the country, I encourage you to join me on this Back to Basa journey by downloading the free Fox Local app on your phone or smart TV as we continue to elevate the very best in our communities.
Hello, welcome to Elite Insights with Carlos Imani. We're looking to offer an in-depth look at event production industry through the lens of client experiences and joint successes. The podcast will emphasize guest interviews, focusing on client discussing their fields and reflecting on their collaboration with Elite Collective. Again, you're with Elite Insights. Carlos Imani here. See you guys in a few.
Black caregivers, entrepreneurs, and elders, this one's for you. Queen Care is offering complimentary self-care services to those who give so much to their communities. Take a moment to restore, recharge, and be cared for with free wellness treatments at the Spa House by Queen Care. Spots are limited, so don't wait. Go to queencareproducts.com now to sign up or scan the QR code on your screen because you deserve the same care you give to others.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Day with Trae. I'm your host, Trae Holiday. Joining me right now, we got Dr. Jacqueline in the building. Hi.
Hey, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm amazing.
Well, you're looking amazing and fabulous. Thanks for coming through to the studio today. Now, this is exciting because you're taking your knowledge and you're doing something that is really benefiting community. But I want to talk about your beginnings. What got you on the track to say, I'm going to become a doctor, I'm going to bring health and wellness to the folks?
Wow, that is an amazing question. What actually happened was my mom founded Tiny Tots Development Center in 1969, right? Just taking care of some kids. 56 years later, though, what we've realized and what I realized probably 30, maybe 20 years ago, that a sick child can't learn. And so I started looking at our data, our scores, our information when we became an ECAP site, which is the state version of Head Start. And I started looking at the families that we served, the community that we served, and the questions they would ask. What is your makeup? When did your father, who is your father? Who is your mother? And then I started looking at when a teacher would complain, this child won't sit in circle time. I can't do anything with him. And I'm like, maybe he can't hear. Why do they always run off from me? Maybe they can't see. All of these things started to come into perspective. A sick child can't learn. So I started taking my nursing background, putting it together with education, and then we started seeing all this autism and communication and speech and language disorders and different things happening to our children. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, something isn't making sense to me. We're getting sicker and sicker, but why? And so I started putting pieces together, and I realized we're in so much trauma, we don't even know really what's going on, right? And so we have layered, compounded layers of trauma. And so I said, I can't keep pointing my finger at who's going to fix it. If we don't ourselves as Black clinicians and Black therapists and Black counselors and Black nurses and doctors, we have to come together to fix it.
Yeah.
And that was the awakening.
Wow.
Is something has to be done within our own community to fix it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you're absolutely right, too, because we hear all the time when it comes to health and wellness, we need culturally responsive approaches.
Yes.
I need for someone to understand my background and bring that understanding into how they're going to care for me.
Yeah.
And it's something that we have been devoid of for generations,
Yeah.
right? We could talk about the disparities in the
Lord,
healthcare
yes.
system, right? Mm-hmm. But it's so real. So I appreciate you
So
having
real.
that level of dedication to say, I know that I can bring something that's going to be uniquely defined
Yeah.
by the people I'm serving.
Yeah.
So I love that. Now, tell us a bit about how you kind of took this now and said, we're going to do it in this way through Redeemed Wellness Center.
Okay, so my husband is Pastor Boles, Dr. Boles, but my husband comes from a background not so, as we call it, it's sketchy. So my husband is a proud ex-felon, right? And so he took his story of being a BGD and a gangster and all of this and how he went to prison. And he said, but I don't want young people to follow my path. If somebody had talked to me when I was 9, 10, and 11, I might not have been fascinated with gangster lifestyle. So we use his platform and his love and his story to, it founded the Team Redeem Life Center 10 years ago. So that's that mission, that purpose to take young people and love on them real hard so that they don't choose the path of going in and out of juvenile systems, right?
Yeah.
So that's that entity. Then we have Tiny Tots, a strong foundation, been in the community educating families. Well, I said, we've got to bring this behavioral health somehow in here. We've got to bring wellness to the table because so long we've been taught Western medicine is you have a problem, you fix it. I have a cold, I fix it. I have high blood pressure, I fix it. Where was it taught to be well and to stay well? There is a theory that only the wealthy are allowed to stay well and healthy. And we, unfortunately, fall in the category. As Black people, we put Band-Aids on our problems. So I said, I'm going to change the trajectory. I went over to Bellevue to be trained in wellness therapy. Had no clue that it even existed, right? Because I was taught you got diabetes, you give them insulin or diabetes medication. Again, you're fixing the problem that it's already there. But I went to Bellevue and learned there's an entire community that stays well and they're never sick. And it blew my mind that they're never sick. I have not had a cold, I want to say 5 or 6 years maybe. It's been a long time since I've had a cold. And so my immunity is so high. And I kept saying, how do you all do this? And Dr. Boles, he said, because we just stay well. I give you vitamins to stay well. I give you vitamin B12, D, C, all of these things to stay well. Your cell needs to stay well. Your mind needs to stay well. You won't think of being sluggish, tired. I'm never tired. I haven't said I'm tired in years because I don't get tired anymore. And I kept saying, well, if I can bring this to the South End, why do they got to drive to Bellevue to get it? I've got a space. I've got a building. I've got a skill. I've got knowledge. Let's bring it together for our people. We deserve it too.
Oh, I love this.
And the light bulb went off.
Wow. You know, it's so inspiring to hear you talk about this, Dr. Boles, because the truth of the matter is it does take someone with your foresight and your connection to community and your love of people to really have a true blend that brings this wellness to us in ways that we can receive it.
That's it.
Because I think there's also, too, this barrier that you probably have had to face when you tell people, no, I'm bringing you something that you haven't experienced. Talk a bit about how people have been receiving this concept of I can actually be well and experience the same outcomes you just expressed.
Yeah. So, you know, for years, as you just said, access to health care has always been our barrier, right? It's always been, can I even get to the doctor? Am I allowed to come to this doctor? Will my card give me permission to come to that doctor? So the first thing that I did is I said, I want to become a Medicaid provider. I got to get my Medicaid provider one credential. I got to get that. So we did it. I didn't want any barriers. I didn't want any system barriers to hinder our people from saying, I'm an Apple One, I'm a WellPoint, I'm a United, that was my mission. It took a year to get that provider one, but I did it. And I was like, blood, sweat, and tears, I'm gonna do it. Now, to hear someone say, I can come? Yes, you can come with your Medicaid card. Yes, you can. You're not any different than anybody from Kaiser's to Blue Cross to Regents. You're not any less. You are gonna get Cadillac, Beyonce, I'm serious, health.
Yes.
Because it gets on my nerves that we think we're less than because we've been treated less than. And so I get on platforms and I fight at the state. You will treat us as if we are the queen and the kings that we are and who we are. So that's what I'm doing, is tearing down walls, tearing down barriers, so you'll know what daycare, what child care, what school is going to put behavioral health and wellness and medical spa in one place. We did it. Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. Dr. Boles, now, this is exciting because y'all just, over the past weekend, did your soft grand opening and ribbon cutting. And I got to ask, how was that? Because I'm sure it was like,
God.
wow, after all this work, we are here in the community and now folks can get what they need. Tell us a bit about that event.
You know, it moved so fast, it blew my mind because it started as a little small room of, I'll just take 3 chairs and do some counseling. And then people started calling, well, how can we do this? And my business partner, Dr. Keandra Thompson, coming over from Kitsap County, right, as a nurse practitioner, as a DNP, she's like, well, certainly we got to start doing hydration therapy. And I'm like, oh yeah. And then we got to do weight loss management. And then, we also got to do well child exams. And then we can do women's health too. And I mean, it just started moving and moving and moving. And then we're going to do autism screenings. And
okay, so you're saying the services just began to expand over time.
Yeah.
And now folks can get all of these services. And so in the ribbon cutting now, you're offering all of this. You're opening it up to everyone.
Yeah. So the ribbon cutting was supposed to just be cutting a ribbon, right? And literally saying, okay, this is what we're going to do in like December, right? Or January. But then people started calling, can I get a B12 shot when you guys open the ribbon? And I'm like, I guess so, yeah, okay. So we instantly put together the spa in like 4 days.
Wow.
We went and got beds, we went and got IV poles, we went and got, and again, I've got creative teachers around me all day. So that was their cup of tea, was they were like, oh, can I make the walls and the green walls? And to put the candles. And they took my vision and our concept and transformed what was supposed to be our infant room. It's gonna be remodeled later, but my sister was like, do it now. Yeah, cut the ribbon and do it now. So yeah, it was fascinating to go from Unity, which was when my parents were pastors until their passing. Now my cousin's the pastor. So we were in that fellowship hall, right? Where the speakers were, where I didn't even know the city attorney, she's running for city attorney, Erica Lewis, was even gonna be a guest coming. She spoke, mind-blowing. Ida Bell Fosse, who's over the crisis centers of King County, was our keynote speaker. That was not even planned when we were like, let's just cut a ribbon.
Yeah, wow.
But to have them in spaces, and then they put the connections together of crisis, trauma, gun violence, drugs, fentanyl, overdosing, devastation happening, but if we could just get well. We're so sick and we don't even know it.
Yeah. This is so necessary, but it speaks to people saying, like, now I feel comfortable to say, can I get the B12 shot? Can I come in and get hydration
There
therapy?
you
What else can I do?
go.
Like, it requires that. So this is amazing. And I'm looking forward to continuing to share your story as y'all develop and evolve and get more patients and clients coming in. I want to, of course, give you a second to make sure that folks know how to stay connected with you on this journey, and so that we can continue to uplift and support the great work you're doing in community. I can't thank you enough. But look right there. Let folks know how they plug in.
Wow. So you can simply call 206-721-1188 and make your appointment. You can also go to redeemedservices.org. You'll be able to click on that link, schedule your own appointment. I mean, there you go. We're there. You can come knock on our doors right there at 8318 Renton Avenue South or 8314 Renton Avenue South in Seattle, Washington. Someone will meet you and connect you to us. Thank you so much.
Dr. Boles, thank you so much for coming. I'm so inspired. You done started our week off with some fire, and I'm so grateful for what you do. Anytime you got updates, anytime you got new services, please know that the Day with Trae is here to continue carrying your story in ways that honor the work you're doing in our community. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for this opportunity.
Y'all, I'm telling you, you can't get no better than that. Somebody who comes from the community that says, there is a need, I am going to fill it. Y'all know I'm inspired. I'm going to wrap it all up right after this short break. Stay tuned. You're watching The Day with Trae.
Well, on Fox Face Off, we tell the raw, unadulterated truth.
Fox Soul Face Off
We are given the platform here with no fear.
always comes out swinging.
We should be saying, hey, stop shooting and killing people.
Nothing held back.
They wanted black hip-hop moguls and artists to continue the feud.
No punches pulled.
Shut the hell up.
You
and
interrupt
let
me all the
speak to
time.
my people.
Tune into the show where opinions collide. Fox Soul Face Off. New episodes weeknights at 9 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
Pacific Northwest Ballet is thrilled to be back on stage with your favorite holiday tradition, the Nutcracker. Brighten your holidays with this timeless tale performed by PNB's incredible company of dancers to the live magic of the PNB Orchestra playing Tchaikovsky's classic score. Treat your loved ones to the Nutcracker at Seattle Center's McCaw Hall. For tickets, visit pnb.org.
Wow. Welcome back, y'all, to The Day with Trae. I'm your host, Trae Holiday. Huge shout out to my guest today, Dr. Jacquelyn Boles and the Redeemed Wellness Center. You got the phone number, you got the address, you got the website, redeemedservices.org. Make sure y'all tap in. If you are looking for things that you didn't even know you needed, they can guide you through what their service offering is and ensure that they are supporting you in your wellness journey. We need more of these culturally relevant spaces that we know we can be treated as a whole person when we walk through the door. This is another opportunity for y'all to say, you no longer can say, there ain't nowhere for me to go to get well. Yes, there is. The Redeemed Wellness Center is doing that work, and we want to make sure that y'all are getting well. You could hear it from Dr. Jacquelyn Boles herself. The passion and the love that she has in this work is to ensure that y'all are getting the exact services that have kept other communities well and healthy for generations. So I'm so inspired. She said she got a vision saw a need, felt the void, and learned what she needed to learn to step in and fill that void. Now, if you're not inspired, okay, then I don't know what to tell you, because honestly, it is what I'm always saying here on this show, that we all have special gifts that we can bring out to the community, special expertise that we can share with others, with the next generation. I want y'all to be inspired by what she shared today in her story. And I also want all of you to become patrons so that you can be well and healthy and live long lasting lives filled with love around you and with joy in your heart. So with that, y'all, I get to wrap up this episode. Y'all know I'll be back with you tomorrow. And until then, at 11 a.m., y'all, peace. Converge Media produces culturally relevant content for Black and urban audiences. Our coverage is raw, transparent, and objective, praised by community leaders, government officials, and residents. Support Converge Media today via Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal at Converge Media.